When you change your agreement with life, your reality begins to shift. Here, and today we are going to talk about this one very simple yet very powerful key principle which can help us shift everything in our external reality. And this key principle was something that took me a very, very long time to understand. But once I did, then things started to change entirely for me. So here is the thing. So I'm going to again display this on the screen so that you can see. This is the chart or the emotional states of being from the book Force versus Power by David R. Hawkins. And this helps us to calibrate our emotional state of being. And how those emotional state of being is from where we are, it's like a lens. Like you can see the kind of lens we are viewing is actually our emotional state of being that we are viewing our reality with. So if you're viewing with a lens or emotional state of being of resentment, you will only experience those kind of situations in your life. If you're viewing reality or emotional state of being is of anger or anxiety, then you will kind of experience those kind of realities in your life. So basically is the kind of agreement we've set is basically the dominant vibration we are holding on to. And this is the chart that can explain this in more detail. So let's keep our focus here. So first, I often share my example of how I used to be a social anxious version of me, containing my emotions of resentment and anger and fear towards my outer external environment, right? I was feeling like a victim. So first, I had a contract or agreement with reality that I am a victim. I am an effect, not the cause of my reality. So that's why this is the vibrant emotion that I was holding on to. And then when I realized that this is not serving me, this is not something that is going to help me build up my forward momentum in life, this is going to keeps me stuck. And that's what happened to me. I was stuck in this environment for many years, right? Until I shook out of that vibration and until I shook out of that hypnotic rhythm, right? Because what we do is what we see our external reality and we let that feed into our internal state. And whatever environment that we're going on, whatever is happening in our external reality, kinds of keep feeding us. So that's why we become a product of society, product of media, product of external reality. And that's why this is the very theme that rich gets richer and the poor keeps getting poorer, because we've changed our dynamic of instead of being the cause to change the effect, we look at the effect and change the cause inside. And this is the dynamic shift that had to happen within me. And that's why the first step that I needed to take was to change my agreement with life. What do I mean by that? Changing my agreement with life was I chose that I am not going to be a victim of my reality or victim of my external world any longer. So I'm not going to keep being trapped into these emotions. I let go of it. So the first step was neutrally observing or dissolving. So when we neutrally observe something, we are dissolving. So the positive and a negative attention has the power to propel our reality. So either we keep propelling the negative or we continue to propel into the positive reality. But if we have a neutral attention, if you have any baggage or any emotional energies that you want to first let go of so that you can create space for more better energies to flow in, then that is the first step that we need to do. So first step is basically I went on to a state where I was able to cleanse myself, where I was able to dissolve, accept, and then move on. So the first step is always dissolving before I could make a new agreement. So now, once I made the agreement that I'm not going to be a victim, but I'm going to be a creator, an expansive energy. I'm going to hold on to expansive energy instead of contracting my energy. So we all have a choice every moment to tap into our internal state. We can tap into happiness, we can tap into joy, we can tap into peace as we choose to. But what happens is we choose ourselves, or we choose the agreement to tap into fear, anxiety, worry, control, all of those emotions. We we tap into and we hold on to those emotions, because that is the way we have been bred onto. That is what we keep seeing in the external reality, and that keeps feeding into our internal system. So we become a slave or a victim, and that's what I did. So I first set my point, changed my agreement, neutrally dissolved my victimhood. I gave up my agreement with reality that I'm not going to agree to this agreement anymore. And then I went on the second phase, was to change my agreement. So basically reasoning is nothing but changing a meaning. So whatever events that happened was basically, I took those as lessons, as a gift, as a blessing for me to now pivot into a new reality, pivot into a new experience. I wanted to manifest into myself into a person which is different than what I was holding on to, the identity of a socially anxious or resentful person, to a person who was holding an energy of higher peaceful fulfillment, love, joy, higher consciousness. So that was the agreement that I set for myself. So the moment I chose to do that, the moment I changed my agreement with life, then those kind of experiences started to manifest for me into my external reality. So this is how a simple shift can change your entire reality. So any hypothesis we create for ourselves becomes a reality. So I said to myself that the hypothesis that I was giving myself, that I'm a victim and life was happening to me, everything is happening to me. So instead of that, I switched that and I said life is happening for me. Everything is a miracle, right? So either we believe or we choose to believe, or we don't believe. Both are true, right? Whether it's everything is a miracle or nothing is a miracle. So it's your choice. Whatever agreement you want to hold, that is what will start reflecting and manifesting into your external reality. So I hope this video was helpful. I wanted to keep it very short and sweet. And so if you resonate with this, do leave me a comment of your experiences, of your takeaways, and don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. And peace. Namaste.